Hi and welcome to Velita's Designs and Fresh Folds. Today I want to show you my punch petal collection. These are punches that normally aren't used for flowers, as you can see, but I've cut them in a certain way that you can use them as petals of a flower. The first one here at the bottom is made with the scallop oval, and you can see just by making a few simple cuts the pretty shape petal that you can produce. Now this will come out very similar to the Builder Blossom punch in the American catalogue, so if you like that shape, then this is a great alternative. You can also do an alternative shape petal by cutting it in half and then cutting your wedge out of that. It's going to give you a smaller one and a different shaped flower again. Now this one here is made with the modern label punch. You normally wouldn't think of making a flower with this punch, but look, take advantage of the little scallop on the end. And I've cut, to create this one, I've cut it in half and then cut my wedge out of that to get this shape. But then you could make a different shape petal again by bringing it right down to the other end and cut your wedge out like that. This last one here is made with the extra large decorative label punch. It's an American punch. And I'll just show you an alternative when I'm finished. So same thing here, you're going to cut it in half and cut your little wedge out to create your petal. That's the petal for this flower here, and then an alternative petal is to take your cut right down to the other end and it's going to give you a larger petal there. So if you haven't got that punch, you can use your Curly Label square punch. Okay, that's going to give you a very similar shape to this one. I've just got a couple of less frills on the end, but great alternative. Okay, so we're going to make this one today, so let's get started. Okay, so to make our daisy, you want to punch 4 of the modern label punches, put them back together. Where's my scissors gone? And cut that in half. Keep it in your little bundle, and then cut your wedge out, referring back to the pattern. Okay, and do that to the next little bundle, and that's going to give you the 8 petals that you'll need. Okay, let's get rid of all that. Now the leaves are done with the scallop oval, and what I do is just pop them back together, and I'm going to count 4 scallops down. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll put my scissors in that little notch and cut down to the end scallop, and do the same with the other one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's going to give you that shape, and it's the same shape as this flower, okay, that I've used for the leaves on here. Okay, so also punch out a 3/4 inch circle punch. That'll be what you build your flower onto. Each petal will be inked. Now I've just used So Saffron cardstock and So Saffron ink, so I'm going to ink that on one end, flip it over to the pointed end, and I'm going to ink Old Olive. Okay, and I'm going to do that to my leaf as well. Okay, and to shape them, I'm not going to do them all, I'm just going to show you. I'm using my piecing tool, and I'm just laying it on a flat angle here, and I'm just going to put it into the notch of that scallop and drag it down. Okay, and that's the only shaping I'm giving my petals. Okay, these leaves are done the same way. Put your tool in the notch and just drag it down, and that'll naturally curl up when you do that. So just showing you up close, this is how I've shaped my petals. Okay, putting it into that notch in the scallop and just dragging your piercing tool down. It's going to give you a nice little curve, and the same with the leaves too. There's all different ways you can shape petals. This is just one of them. Right, you can see that nice little curvy shape. Okay, to assemble the flower, I've just punched a 3/4 inch circle, and come on, get out of glue. I'm just going to put a generous amount of glue on there, and you want to arrange your petals in 3s, and that will just make it easier to put them on. And having a little bit more glue on there is going to give you a little bit more play time as well to get the petals arranged properly. So just use your piercing tool just to move those petals around a bit, like that. Pull them in, or some of them might be out further than the other one, and just move them around so you can't see that circle behind it. Now you'll need to, one thing I didn't mention, you'll need to punch a 1/2 inch circle, and that's for the centre of the flower. And I've just popped mine up with a little glue dot, like that, in the centre. I would probably wait for that glue to dry, but I'm just showing you quickly. Okay, and then what I did in the card is I just covered that with some glue, like that, and I used this tinsel glitter from Martha Stewart, and I just sprinkled that then on the centre, and let that dry, okay, before you use the flower. Right, so that's the flower, and then I've showed you how to curl the leaves, so you're just going to poke them in where you like them on your card, and that's all there is to them. So just remember that each of these flowers basically gets put together the same way. I'll have the details on there of the size punches I've used for the centres and the backs as well. But yeah, have fun with them. I've really enjoyed creating these different petals and different flower looks, and I hope you enjoy too. Thanks for watching. Bye.